Hello everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take another quick look here at Luna. Once again, this is going to be a daily driver for a little while. I get so many requests for it. I just figured we'll cover it, and I totally understand your concern because a lot of folks got caught kind of in the crossfire. So we will take a look at this massive behemoth to the downside and see what the hell is going on and if there's any potential for recovery. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Hope you can learn something here today. Please feel free to become a community member if you want to become a better trader. CryptoCache.tech is a site, link in the description below. And we offer a signal group, trading academy, and trading community. And it's all been very, very good experience so far. So thank you so much to all my current community members. We have over 200 active members at this point, and I'm very thankful for just being able to help you on this journey. And obviously, the journey here never ceases to amaze us, right? If we take a look at Luna, we were upwards of the obvious here, around $86, no less than 8 days ago. So $86 8 days ago, and now we're down to some fraction of a penny, all right? So again, just obviously you know that, but that is generally the stark reality here and just how unfortunate the circumstances are. If we're gonna get, all we're gonna be able to do here today really is take a look at some of micro behavior. In other words, 1 minute time frame essentially through the 15 possibly. I think even the 15 minute doesn't show us enough. Oh, it shows us some because we pretty much have to zoom into today. So we look at this here, or actually, yeah, that was yesterday. Roughly 12 hours of trading here as a approximate. So we look at basically yesterday evening, the price bottomed out at its lowest point right at about, we'll just say 99. Okay. Now, obviously the price has recovered a lot. Had you got in at that point, you'd have a tremendous amount. Right now, you'd have a strong return, but you never truly know where the bottom's going to be for Luna. That's the crazy thing about it. So we need to understand that this is potentially the lowest point at this time, which is, again, I know the numbers are going to be a little off, but somewhere in the range of, geez, yeah, you just barely go off a little bit. Let me zoom in here. So let's go ahead and put this guy right there to the bottom. And what does that put us at? We are at 568. So roughly 568 is the lowest point in which we saw the price. All right. So that said, 568 is the lowest, and the current price action is up here at about 40,000 or 38,000. Okay, that's awesome. That's a pretty decent recovery. So you got into the bottom there, you'd be up about 5,800%. So again, there's no doubt that if you buy low and sell high right now, Luna is absolutely the way to go, okay? But the problem with this scenario is that when you buy low, try to sell high, and the price keeps going lower because they keep creating more supply, that's where the problem runs in. So we don't truly know when they're going to stop creating more Luna. And I've heard this might be the reason why we have this increase here in price here recently, is that I think Binance just listed Luna back again, even though they took it off for a little while. So there's a lot of craziness going on right now in this coin, and the best recommendation in general is to kind of leave it alone. But if you are a little bit more riskier and you are intending to try to maximize your potential here, and just say you're at a really high price point, buying 1 million Luna right now for $30 or $40 is not a terrible idea, because if it comes up just say another 3,000 or 4,000%, then you might actually have a strong return on investment there by not only averaging your price down, but getting out with some of your coins left. And the cool thing about it is you could have had thousands of dollars invested previously, and only a couple hundred, or just say a few dollars now would possibly be able to average your price out to a point in which you could break even. Again, just theoretically, the math is there based on how much movement and how much volume we have here. The problem is we don't know how low the price is going to continue to go. So if you just keep buying and buying and buying, you could eventually run out, and the price, then there's no guarantees there. Okay, so just kind of throwing some friendly advice out there. Be cautious and careful when you do this, but there is truth in the sense that you could absolutely average your price down. In fact, I was able to do something along those lines around when it was between 1 and 2 cents, and I was able to take my previous average of $80, or no, it was $52 rather, and I was able to really only invest about $80 extra to bring the price action down, or my average price down so low that I was able to get out of my trade previously with the money that I had originally invested. again, it's definitely a risk, and it's something you want to be cautious of, because the price will probably continue lower. We need to expect that. But at this point, there's a lot of meat left on the bone here, you could say, depending on your average entry. So just be cautious there in that sense. And then I guess as far as a traditional TA is concerned, we can kind of look at some of the more standard stuff here. If we look at the volume weighted average price, we can see the price is traveling above its current weighted volume. So that's a good sign. That basically implies the price should continue to progress higher. And with us being close to standard deviation lines, though, you want to understand that the price may pull back here soon. So it's just definitely something you want to pay attention to there. And if we look at the EMA here as well, we can see that this moving average here is effectively telling us that the price is jumping above and below. Now, to me, if I were to day trade this, for example, I would see that we're above volume weighted average price, which is extremely important. But I normally like to look at moving averages, which honestly, not a lot of data here to identify, at least on larger time frames. And again, larger moving averages are better in this circumstance here. So big picture, Luna is looking quite interesting for the moment. So I just highly recommend, if you're considering an entry right now, expect to lose it. That's just the bottom line, right? It's just, you're going to throw $20 at it, see what happens with, a 500,000 Luna. you could possibly become profitable, all right? There's no doubt. But there's a greater chance you're going to lose all of that. So just be mindful and be aware of that going into it, okay? So that's essentially what we're looking at there for Luna. Again, we'll continue to cover this here, but the TA is definitely something that we can't really, we don't have a tremendous amount of data just yet at this lowest price point because it keeps going lower. And in truth, you want to continue to kind of identify specific trends, and really just in all reality, if you're going to be trading this, you have to understand that you're going to lose that money, okay? That's the best way to go. Most people are down 99.9% right now, okay? So again, feel free to average your position down if you were to. You certainly is not the worst idea in the world, but if you go into it with the expectation you're going to lose whatever you invest in Luna right now, that's probably the best thing to do. Because obviously, buying a bunch of Luna right now, the price will probably never be upwards of a cent to 2 cents anymore. Like those days are probably gone. The likelihood of that happening is extremely low. Obviously, they could burn a bunch of Luna later down the road to kind of compensate and to change that. So it wouldn't hurt to just throw a few dollars here and just to let it ride and see what happens too. But on the same accord, the realistic probability of it coming back up immediately is extremely low. Like again, we saw this little 5,000% increase in the last 12 hours, but it's not going to continue to happen. All right, we cannot expect the price to continue to increase much further. Again, just based on the overall sense of the fact that they're creating more supply, and with supply and demand, you have too much supply, demand goes down, and of course the price will go down with it. All right, so unless they start burning Luna here soon, we're probably not going to see a recovery here from them. All right. So again, big gamble, but feel free to have some fun. Honestly, if you don't mind losing a few dollars here and there, because it really doesn't take that much. I mean, I think you can buy 1 million Luna right now for $30 or $40. It's dirt cheap, you could say. Once again, no established value in that sense, because the simple fact that it's here today, gone tomorrow, right? We got to expect the fact that we're going to probably lose. All right. Anyways, that's pretty much everything I have here for you today. I hope you did learn something. Again, best practice in most cases is to avoid something like this. But if you are to, just anticipate losing that money, because the likelihood of this recovering quite significantly is very low. All right. So that being said, we'll cover a little bit more tomorrow. If we can get a little more stable data, in other words, the price action kind of stays in a specific range instead of plummeting down lower, then we can really look at some real TA where we can actually look at higher lows and lower highs and kind of identify certain things. But in general, while yes, we are making higher lows so far in the last 12 hours, that's not enough to really make a decision on, at least comfortably, okay? So that's just kind of just some big picture stuff there. Either way, thanks again for joining me here. We'll look forward to seeing the next video. I appreciate all the requests, of course. Hope this was sufficient for you, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another Luna update. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you.